From Chicago, Lori Lightfoot is the first Chicago mayor in 40 years to lose a re-election bid. And now she's blaming her loss on racism and gender, saying, quote, "I'm a black woman in America, of course." OutKick founder Clay Travis here. Now, Clay, good morning to you. She was asked by a reporter if she had been treated unfairly, and that's where the comment came, "I'm a black woman in America, of course." What do you make of that?
Well, I think you got to go back to her first election, Bill. Thanks for having me. She won of the 2,069 precincts in Chicago. She won all but 20 of them. She won all 50 Chicago wards in 2019, and she won that runoff election in 2019 with 73% of the vote. So my question for Lori Lightfoot would be, if 73% of voters, all 50 wards, virtually every precinct in Chicago voted for you in 2019, why were they not racist and sexist then, such that by 2023, you only got 17% of the vote, i.e. 83% of Chicago voters chose not to bring you back as an incumbent for the first time in 40 years? Bill, I would submit the data there would reflect it was because she did an awful job as a mayor, and the people of Chicago weren't choosing anyone based on their identity. They're just searching for competence, and she was an incompetent mayor, the worst in 40 years. She went from a landslide victory in 2019 to a landslide beating in 2023. Feels like to me the people of Chicago just judged her on the merits of her performance, and it was not good.
I tell you, Clay, the performance is a 5-letter word, and that's crime. I mean, look at the number of people murdered in Chicago last year, 695 in 2022. The year before that, they had more than 800 murders in Chicago. Here's the Tribune headline that you were discussing. In 4 years, Lightfoot went from breakout political star to divisive mayor of Chicago beset by pandemic and crime. She was unable to do the job on the #1 issue that people in that city care about now.
That's right. And I think it's also emblematic of 2024. We've been asking, Bill, why have we gotten no reckonings over the poor leadership of so many people in positions of power during COVID? By and large, almost all incumbents have been reelected in a post-COVID electoral landscape. Well, maybe Lori Lightfoot is evidence that people are taking a step back and looking for competence over identity, right? Because this past, I would say, 5 or 6 years, your identity has to a large extent mattered more than what your actual competence is. And certainly this is an issue for the Biden administration writ large. But the fact that Lori Lightfoot, who was trumpeting the fact that she was the first black lesbian mayor of a major American city, as soon as she loses, falls back on, oh, people are not choosing me because of my race, gender, maybe sexuality. It's actually a huge attempt by her to deflect blame on the reality, as you said, Bill, in virtually every single category. She failed as the mayor of Chicago, and democracy demands that if you fail, you lose your job.
Yeah, that's right.
The entire purpose of having an election.
Yeah, we're going to go back inside this courtroom in South Carolina. And we get this in. Gianno Caldwell was on with Sean last night. He lost his brother in Chicago. Here's Caldwell.
My baby brother was murdered June 24th of last year. He would have been 19 years old 2 Mondays ago. But there's also been thousands of people murdered in the city of Chicago, almost 10,000 people shot. And this mayor, who's tried to coalesce black voters around her candidacy at the end of her term, was very clear. To me, her message, I believe, was black lives didn't matter to her. It didn't matter to her. Black votes matter to her.
I mean, she did campaign hard trying to get that vote from the South Side. Clay, nice to see you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.